going to be doing a flight in what I normally fly in, not that Cessna. That thing was just completely whack earlier. So let me open up. I'm going to open the chat, guys. It's alright, right here. So the chat is open. If anybody's with us and you want to let me know you're here, you can always jump in the chat if you want. Otherwise, we are going to be doing our flight tonight rather, from Las Vegas over to San Francisco, California. So, I'm getting a couple different pieces of data about this flight. One saying it's further than the other one. So we'll see what happens on the flight plan as I load it in. Okay. I'm going to close that window because obviously we don't need that, right? So alright, so here we are. We're in this 737-900 ER, which ER stands for extended range. Give you guys an outside view for a minute. We will see what happens here. I did load. The flight is through my online virtual airline. This is a flight that I have to do, so I'm hoping that it's a good one. I don't want to get a bad rating on this flight, so y'all give me some love and tap the screen, throw me some good luck or something, okay? Anyway. We shall see what happens here. I want to thank you guys for following. We got new followers today. We did follow you back. If you are someone else and you're just now following us, we will end up following you back, okay? If you guys can't see the screen, you can always message me in the chat, but it should be able to be seen. And of course, we got airport activity going on here. I do want to check something before we get started. I want to make sure that the settings are where they was when I put them there just a little bit ago. But that won't take me but a second just to what is that? Where's that guy going? That's a weird sound thingy.
Options menu.
So,
Page 1 of 1. General options. Button 2 of 4. Controls options. Button 4 of 4. Assistance options.
I'm gonna go here.
Button
I just want to make
Assistance
sure.
options screen. Social panel. Notification. Friends. Local players. Assistance options. Button. Preset. Custom.
Okay.
List with options. Button. Search bar. Text entry field. Preset. Custom. List with 4 values. All assists for those. Search bar. Text entry. Aircraft systems. Hard. Toggleable category
Okay,
heading.
all this. I
Select to
wanna
expand
make
or collapse this
sure-
section. Currently visible items in this category. 4. Press. Failure and damage. Navigation aids. Hard. Failure and damage.
Well, I'll know.
Failure
Hold on.
and damage. Toggleable. Crash damage. Disabled. Aircraft stress damage. Disabled. Engine stress damage. Disabled. Icing effect. Visual only. Navigation aids. Hard.
Okay, let me check this.
Navigation
real quick.
aids. Route and waypoints. Off. Taxi ribbon. Off. Landing path. Off. Notification. Hard. Piloting. Custom. Piloting. Auto rudder. Off. Assisted yoke. On. Assisted checklist.
Okay.
Off. Assisted landing. On. Assisted takeoff. Off. AI radio communications, ATC.
Perfect. Okay.
Off. Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Currently
Alright, so
highlighted. Assistance
settings
options.
are good.
Button 3 of 4.
So we'll sit that there, and then I want to make sure. All right, so let's go ahead and load. I'm just restarting TFM. That way it's working. I do hope everybody's having a good night, and that goes for all of you. Even, well, doesn't matter. Let's see here. Okay, so let's restart TFM. Traffic going on here. Busy airport here at Las Vegas. We are sitting at Gate 1 here at Las Vegas. We're going to be climbing up to 34,000 feet. Should not be a super long flight. I'm sure of that. It's not gonna be super long.
North Las Vegas clearance delivery Jetlinks 872 IFR to Scottsdale ready to copy.
Yeah, they're busy today.
Jetlinks 872 is cleared to Scottsdale Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 30 right climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.4 squawk 1432. Jetlinks 872 cleared to Scottsdale Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 30 right climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 119.4 squawk 1432. Jetlinks 872 read back correct.
Has joined the channel.
Greetings from the road, folks.
Yeah, Brandon is here with us now, as I said he would be.
Yeah, I gotta check my audio levels for you because I noticed in some of the older ones you have me up really loud.
Now you should be good. You can. Matter of fact, I can check now.
Okay, because I kind of noticed it on some of the older videos. I was like, man, he's got me way hot.
Let's see.
By the way, you got a new follower.
On what?
TikTok.
Who's that?
Cool from our church.
Casey?
I'm actually in his car right now. His name's Cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually in his car right now going home.
Nice. All right. Let me get your volume real quick.
Am I a bit loud? Did you notice that?
No, I'm just checking it. No, you're good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, your volume's good.
Good. I was about to say, I was like, man.
I figured while we do our stream here, I'm doing a short flight at the same time from Las Vegas to San Francisco. So not a long
Oh,
flight.
Lord.
It's about, I don't know, 420-ish
That
miles.
airport is the bane of my existence for California, San
You
Francisco.
don't like San Francisco? I mean,
I've never been able to land there.
Well, it
Well,
depends
partly
on-
because of that free program we use too.
Yeah, if it's tram. But it depends on where
Mhm.
you're coming from. If you're coming the one direction and you're going to the runway where it goes right toward the water. Yeah, that.
Oh yeah, that's where I was always coming from.
Yeah. But we should be good. We'll see. I did a flight in the Cessna last night, and I went to redo it today, but it was acting completely goofy. Like it just kept on. We took off from Scottsburg, and it just kept going. Like the problem is when you're climbing out in a small airplane, the idea is you will circle the airport as you're climbing out.
Yep.
And
Alright.
AI wants to get to the altitude before it starts its direction, but we just kept on going around
We'll
and
see you
around.
on Sunday, Rose. Alright.
So,
I know all about that. Alright.
but otherwise,
You're
yeah.
good.
So I canceled that flight earlier. I'm like, I'm not gonna mess with this. So I reloaded into the PMBG.
Hold on, I gotta unlock my door real quick.
Good flight here, so you're good. I gotta get this. Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely give me.
Alright, we're gonna-
Alright, we'll see you on Sunday.
We're connecting to first
Okay.
officer here.
Now I'm back.
Okay. Okay, so everything
Computer.
looks good there.
Volume down.
All right, so we're waiting on the co-pilot.
Starting pre-flight flow.
You know, I like doing streams where I kind of just talk about more than one thing.
Good evening, Captain.
Yeah.
And the one thing, just to kind of update you on one of the things I was talking about, is
Can't tell.
what?
I'm trying to figure out if I'm back on my Wi-Fi or if I'm still on 5G, because
You should be able to put your finger at the very top of your phone and
well, it's not letting me get past the cellular part. That's the problem.
you can't flick to the right.
I mean,
To the right of it.
yeah, I do, and it's like cellular. Let me disconnect and check that, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Won't take me long.
All right.
Okay. Yep, I'm on Wi-Fi. Awesome.
Okay. Okay, he's flying. He's fired. He fired up the GPU. So. This
Oh, boy.
Sometimes some runways or gates won't give you no power. So
Yeah.
I need to see what he's.
Well, you better avoid flying into Texas the next day or so.
Huh?
You might not avoid flying into Texas the next day or so.
Yeah, you guys are getting some.
We're getting some ice.
You're getting what we had, actually.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for wishing that on me, so thanks.
You know, I gotta say that anything to show you my presence,
I don't know if it's
help
I don't know if I should blame you or if David's at fault for this.
I'd say
I think
I'll take the blame on that. Well, actually, go ahead. Blame David so I can. Here, let me grab my phone. You want me to?
no,
call
I don't
him?
think I'll blame David.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I'm quite sure.
All right. Then we'll just blame me. I mean, why not?
Yeah, we're under a winter weather advisory tomorrow, so it's not looking good.
6 seconds. We'll know. 4, 3, 2.
2.
Nope. APU failed. See what I mean? Sometimes it.
Why is it some gates don't give you power? Is that a bug or is that by design?
You know what? I don't know, but let's exit first officer. I'm going to have to. I hate when it does this. It's quite annoying. So let's just go to a different gate. See if I can do it that way, and just restart. KLAS. That was interesting. I didn't hear the parking brake at all. You know what? Let me look at my. There's always technicalities, man. It's like always.
Oh, I
something.
know. Gotta love them, right?
Always. I'm telling you.
Kind of like our technicalities Monday night, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I hate having this ice storm because I really don't have much food to eat.
Yeah, you only got a few days to go, so.
It couldn't come at the worst possible time, though. Like,
Alright, we're gonna just do this. Hold on, you guys.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1.
when-
Pop-up window. Warning. This will return you to the main menu. Do you want to continue? Below are
I hate whenever it does this, and it acts stupid with stuff like that. Why? I have no idea. Anyway, we were talking about, somebody has said, well, I had a few people asking, and one of the things I was telling them was, you know, in 2024, they were asking, well, while you was going through all that with your in your relationship, you know, did you even eat and all this? And I corrected them really quickly, because the one thing that I will say is my ex was a cook, and even going through whatever, that is the one thing she did all the time. She definitely was a cook, and she was a good cook. And you know, like I said, everything in that relationship wasn't bad. It was just the, like, her cooking and us, you know, keeping the house going, and her, you know, doing things for me. She did things for me all the time, but
she did.
It was the other part of that relationship that went rock bottom, the loyalness, and that's obviously
materialism.
Yeah, I mean well, just being loyal. That's the part of it that went underhill. So, and that's where I'll leave it. I'm not here to criticize or insult somebody, because one, it doesn't make me any better, and it doesn't solve anything.
It doesn't solve the problem.
No, not at all. So,
controls, options, activities.
That's the one
button
thing
1
that
of 4.
I've learned.
Options. Button. Current options.
It's so
button.
Easy.
Currently highlighted. Activities. General options.
To get mad.
Button 2. Press ESC to resume.
At somebody.
Pop-up window. Warning.
I'm just restarting. I'm going to reload the PMVG here. But it's so easy to get mad at somebody and throw insults. You know, it's so easy to do that. And listen,
loading, please wait.
I'm not saying I'm innocent, because I've done it. I've
done it too.
Page 1 of 3.
Insulted her, and
press ESC to quit to desktop.
I should not have
press tab to read support and release notes.
You know, as I said before.
Social panel. Button.
Even with.
Select to access notifications.
Everything
Multiplayer. World map.
I went through.
Button 2 of 5. World map screen.
The one thing that
press space to more. Search results. Aircraft selection
my
and customization menu.
feelings
Select departure.
for that person.
Combo box.
That
Search
didn't
results.
change.
I
Search
think
results.
though, unfortunately, in the heat of that moment when
Class
it
slash
happens,
MC
it's
Karen.
like
Select departure. Class
you
MC.
just,
Switch departure and select
you know,
arrival.
you do it with
Combo
because
box.
it's
Search
a
result. Search
reaction to
results.
the situation. Like you're just not
KSFO
thinking
slash
clearly
Sanfra.
and like,
Select
oh,
arrival.
maybe I shouldn't
KSFO
say
set.
something.
Switch
It's like
departure
you're
and
mad,
Class MC Karen
and yeah,
INTL
you're
Las
gonna
Vegas.
say something.
Combo
Yeah,
box.
you are. And that's
Select
why
to
I'm
open a search
bringing it up,
field,
because I
or
want-
select from recommended
I
and
want
recent
people to
airports.
take this from
After an runway 8L.
other
Drop down
experiences
list.
is it's not easy to walk away
Parking to ramp GA large.
and not say anything. That
Drop
is-
down
it's
option.
Absolutely.
not easy.
I'm
Parking 1 ramp
guilty
GA
as
large.
charged too. I've done it too.
Parking 2 ramp G.
So
Parking 3 ramp.
Yeah, and I mean,
Parking 4 ramp GA large.
even with
Parking 5 ramp GA large. Runway.
what
Gate.
happened,
Parking 5 ramp GA large. Drop down list.
it
Select to
doesn't
view
make
available
it
choices.
right to
Class. Button. Gate. Parking
insult
5 ramp GA
somebody,
large.
right?
Drop
Mm-mm.
down list. Class MC Karen INTL Las
Nope.
Vegas. Combo switch departure. KSFO Sanfransysco INTL
So I just
flight
want people to
conditions.
think about that. If
Button.
you're ever going through something,
NAB log. Runways. Runway 19 R9.
Insults
Runway 1 L
don't
9000.
solve it.
Runway 19 L 9. Runway 1 R 9000.
Um,
Runway 08 R 10. Runway 26 L.
and
Runway 8 L
I
14000.
get it.
Runway
You
26
can
R.
be
Live airport activity.
really upset.
Zoom out.
But
Button. Sim brief. Fly. Button.
you can be really mad, and you get to where you're like, I don't care. I don't care what I say. You know. And
boy,
you just-
haven't we all done that before?
And you just start throwing off all these insults.
Loading, please wait.
And
26%.
I just don't want to see other people do that, because even though someone does something wrong,
Loading, please wait.
we don't
70%.
have the right to hurt them in return.
And honestly, when you do that, like you're gonna always have that feeling, and
Loading,
like if
please wait.
somebody else brings up that
77%.
person around you, you're gonna be, oh, I don't like this person or whatever you said,
Yeah.
and you're gonna push other people away. Like that affects not just you and that other person,
Loading, please
but
wait. 84%.
it affects your relationship with other people too.
Well, and it affects the relationship young people might have with that person too.
Loading, please
Like,
wait.
Yeah,
84%.
if people here have, good thoughts about my ex, I want them to keep it that way, because their relationship
Loading, please wait. 84%.
with her compared to my relationship is totally different.
right.
Because, I mean,
Loading, please wait.
I'm not going to sit here
84%.
lying and be like, oh, well, she's this, and this. No, I mean,
Loading, please wait. 84%.
It was, a bad situation I went through, but there's still a lot of positive things that I see about her, and
Loading, please
Right.
wait.
that's where I'll
84%.
leave it, because again, I'm trying to think of things more along the lines of,
Loading, please wait.
how
84%.
would God handle this?
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing that I would want is to treat somebody the wrong way. So I try to think about it as in, how would God handle it?
Yep.
And if I don't know, then I'll pray on it, and hope that Jesus can help me have a better understanding.
Exactly.
I just spotted 2 silver arrows.
I think it's going to work now, by the way. I heard it
Thank goodness.
when you first load it and it puts it on the runway, you can hear it usually make a click noise where it's setting your stuff to code and dart.
Take
your
off.
switches click off.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't hear them, then you probably know it's going to mess up. But all right, so let's connect, and we're going to see what happens here. But yeah, so just think about that, guys, when you're going through something. Just try to be fair. I think it's the best way to
Starting
do it.
pre-flight flow.
Yeah.
Because some people might say, well, don't tell me to be respectful because I was disrespected.
Good evening, Captain.
And you very well could have. So, be fair. What you do with it at that point is up to you, but I'm there we go. Yep, it's working. I'm trying to be the better person. But no, I did not go without food and stuff. So if anybody, there was a few that had mentioned something about that the other day, and I never did really talk about it. But I never did. No, she.
No, you didn't.
She was good to me.
She actually cooked good food that I actually wanted to
she's
try.
an amazing cook, man.
Like that goldfish chicken. I really wanted to try that.
I definitely missed the goldfish chicken. Oh my gosh! And amazing food that she could cook.
I better not talk about food because I am hungry. So. And I don't have anything to eat.
You don't have anything at all in your fridge.
No, sir. I finished the last of my beef stew at lunch today.
See, I can't say much. We're going in the morning, grocery shopping here, but I'll survive overnight.
I was kind of hoping they would give me my food stamps early due to the weather coming in, but no such luck.
I told them to just make you wait.
You know what? Then I should
was
prosecute
necessary.
you for telling him to starve me. That's what. Who thinks I should prosecute him for telling him to starve me in this state? No.
Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, dude, come up here, Brandon. Come and see me.
No thanks.
I want to take you to see one of my friends.
Yeah, I'll bet you do.
I want you to be my friend.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know exactly where that's gonna go.
So my mic actually should sound better too because I got rid of it going through. I added its own source.
Oh, nice.
The thing I noticed with OBS, the thing I don't like, every time I add YouTube, the problem is when you add YouTube and then you go back another day to record to listen to something, because it's a different video, OBS don't see it as just being, I don't know, it's stupid way it does it. You gotta re-add it.
That's dumb.
I gotta
I
figure
was
out
gonna
how
say.
to get around that, but
I was gonna say if it didn't do that, I was gonna say you could like set up scenes in OBS to where you could have everything set up so that you want to broadcast out to and what you want broadcast.
yeah, well, I've got all my different stuff added. Like I've got, all the different, first officer, TFM. I got all that.
Yeah.
What I want, I need to learn how to make it when I'm doing a sim. If I wanted to only focus on the simulator, that way if I tab off of it, they still see the sim, but I don't know how to.
I think that one you would use game capture or something.
Las Vegas Airport information, Mike 03000 Zulu.
No, but I think you can log.
Wind tree 29er at 10.
Too, and I don't know.
Visibility
Oh,
is
can you?
10.
I didn't know.
Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 1
I
tree,
wasn't sure if you could.
2.10.
Yeah, they've came a long way with
Altimeter
OBS
30.16.
last time I used it.
ILS Yankee runway
20 years
26
ago.
Well,
left.
keep in
ILS
mind,
Yankee
back then I was
runway
also
26
using
use.
virtual audio cable
Landing and
too,
departing
so
runway 26 left and runway
I hate
26
that.
right.
I hated that program so much.
All aircraft read back hold short
Lord, I
instructions.
hated that program.
Advise controller on initial contact. You have Mike.
Wind is 340 at 10 knots.
Las Vegas Airport information,
Looks like
Mike
it's staying
03000 Zulu.
10
Wind tree
knots.
29er at 10.
It's 55
Visibility,
should log in
10.
there.
So
Sky
I think
condition.
we'll have
I should log into the airline and send Johnny to Texas. What do you guys think?
that's
Just
not
because we're gonna have a.
I'm going from my next flight from San Francisco. I'm going to be going over to Miami.
Nice.
So I'm going to be going right over top of Texas.
Yeah, good luck.
I'll be high enough. I won't have no problems anyways.
That's good.
So I'll be at probably 35,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I can't find that sermon that I recorded and sent you guys. Well, no, it wasn't. Yeah, I did record it.
The computer is programmed except for the SIDS and stars.
Because I know you emailed it to us.
Yeah.
Heading out for my checks.
The text I did, yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so we're departuring Las Vegas. Let's see where we're climbing out of. One right. Jordan 5. Kenna. One right.
that's an interesting
So right
Sid.
to JOHRK5. And then Kenna. Execute. Okay, that's done. Now we'll do our arrival. What runway is it giving me? Gosh, I knew it.
What is it giving you?
28 left. I hate that runway.
Oh, the infamous 28 left.
Yeah, 28 left.
Boy, that's an infamous runway.
Las Vegas clearance delivery. Southwest 4837 Heavy ready to copy IFR clearance to San Jose. Southwest 4837 Heavy is cleared to San Jose Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.45 squawk 6445.
Diamond 5.
Southwest 4837 Heavy cleared to San Jose Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 125.9 squawk 6445. Southwest 4837 Heavy readback correct.
And then
Contact ground
Resin.
on 121.1.
Mhm.
Good day.
Alright. Execute. And that is done.
Nice.
I can't wait to get you going here. And me and you be able to show these guys how we used to fly together all the time.
Oh man, that'll be so much fun.
So much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
But we'll be able to do shared cockpit, and then I'll be able to stream
Nice.
it. And even though you're on your sim on that end, you'll still be able to connect to the server as well, and everybody be able to hear you but see our flight, because obviously it'd be out of just one airplane.
Yeah.
So that'll work out good.
Oh man, I don't have the 777 or any of the other planes we can do overseas flights with.
Yeah, but there's the 7-4 on 2020.
That's true.
And then, well, there's the A320 on Microsoft as well. Now, you can't really do an A320. You can't do really an oceanic, but you can do
No, you can't.
you can do a decent flight in it.
Yeah, you can do a cross country in that one, but not an
I wonder
oceanic.
if Microsoft has the A380.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
That is an airplane. I love that. I love flying that airplane. I really did.
That was such a great airplane to fly. It was huge and it was a beast to get off the ground, but it was a fun one to fly.
Yeah. So, while we're waiting on him to do his walkthrough, the other thing I'm going to talk about along with being angry and all that is I used to call bull crap on it whenever they would say when you get mad just walk away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, it works. It works.
It does.
And it's hard to do that. I mean, I wish that me and her never had any arguments because of how much love I had for her. But there was times when it was better to just walk away, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, the best thing you can do is pray, honestly. And
Yeah.
I'm not being, throwing all of, a bunch of Christian stuff at you or nothing, but the best thing you can do is pray.
You're
And,
absolutely right.
by the way, I've got my mic now where
Las
it's
Vegas clearance
like,
delivery Skywest
it's in front of me,
3305
but
Heavy
it's
ready to
sideways,
copy
so whenever
IFR clearance to Lindbergh.
I say a word with like a P, it don't
The
make
wall
like a pop
pops.
noise.
3305 Heavy is cleared
Yeah.
to
If I'm
Lindbergh
looking
Airport
at
is
my mic
filed.
and I say P,
Take off
see?
runway 26
Oh,
right
yeah.
climb and
Yep.
maintain 7,000 feet.
But if I do it this
Departure
way,
frequency is
where I'm not
125.025, squawk
facing it,
1211.
you can't really,
Yep.
it's totally different. But I mean, my audio is still good, so.
Skywest 3305 Heavy
And I
cleared to
fixed it
Lindbergh
now
Airport is
because
filed.
I had it
Take
attached
off
to my
runway
desk, but
26
it
right
wasn't
climb and maintain
mounted that
7,000
good.
feet.
But now it is, so when I move my
Departure
mic
on
up or down, it stays where I
125.9er,
put
squawk
it.
1211.
And that makes it a lot better. But
Skywest
yeah, guys,
3305
like,
Heavy readback correct. Contact
anger
you
is a
on
hard thing
127.9er. Good day.
it's hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to be considerate with options when you're mad.
It really is. Especially when you know they're in the wrong and they just
Yeah.
keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
You know, the one thing that I go back to when I think about that, Brandon, you make a good point here. Maybe when you're in an argument, don't think about who's in the wrong.
Yeah.
Take that,
Yeah, I was actually
take
about to say that.
away from it and think about what you can do to make it right.
Yep.
Las Vegas clearance delivery
Listen,
Southwest
I'm guilty
727
for it.
Heavy IFR to
Because I
Tucson
would
ready to
always
copy.
sit there and just point my
I mean,
finger
who
at
isn't?
her and say, well, you did this and you did that. And every time we would argue,
Take
I'd
off
bring
runway
up the
26
things she
right climb
did.
and maintain 11,000 feet.
And
I mean, honestly, who isn't guilty of that? I've done it.
775 squawk
I
0161.
shouldn't have did that because what good does it do to hurt her or make her hurt over knowing what she did wrong? That's only
Yeah.
going to hurt her and then make her even more upset.
Southwest
Or
727
have a
Heavy cleared
negative
to Tucson
thought.
Airport
So,
is filed. Take off runway 26 right climb
I mean,
and maintain
I
11,000
don't like
feet.
what I went through.
Departure on 125
And I
decimal
don't
9er
blame
squawk
myself on it, but I
0161.
think if I'd have handled it differently, maybe
Southwest
we could have went a little bit
727 Heavy
better.
readback is correct. Contact ground on 124 decimal 4 when ready to taxi.
But I don't know.
Good day.
Because if you're a friend with somebody, are you telling your, oh well, I still want to be your friend, then nothing should completely mute you out at the same time either. I don't know. So there's a lot on that. But anyway, back to my main point. Try to not get stuck in that path of what was done wrong. Try to think about
Right.
things on what can I do to make it better, or what can we do to, negotiate this situation. It just makes it a lot better.
Right.
But I don't know. So I had a really good. I do have it. Hold on. Let me. Where is it? No, that's not it. Where is it? I wonder if is it,
Walk around completed.
Oh. I hate when I lose something on my computer. It drives me nuts. I can't find it.
Oh, me
I don't
too.
know what I did with it, daggone it. But I've got it somewhere. Once I get the cruise altitude, I'll find it. But that was... I think we're going to go over that same sermon on Monday. I think we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Briefly, at least read. What I like to do is in our Bible study, I like to have a short conversation of our previous, and then move to the next. The next thing.
Right.
So, yeah. Did you have church today?
Yeah, that's why I was
CDU
late
message
getting
displayed.
home. I was in Bible study today.
CRZ wind uplink ready.
How'd that go?
It went good. We talked about fasting.
So tell us about that.
So basically, we talked about Daniel fasting and, how he ate vegetables and water, and he looked better than the people that ate the king's food and drank the wine of the king, basically. And the whole church is going to go into that starting Sunday, if they want to. Like, people, me, I'm probably not going to, because it's going to be very hard for me not to be able to not eat things.
Yeah.
Las Vegas clearance delivery flare 1877 heavy ready to copy
But-
IFR clearance to Vancouver.
Gosh, I shouldn't. Yeah, now this is
Flare
making me even
1877
hungrier.
heavy
Wow.
is cleared to Vancouver Airport as filed.
But
Takeoff
no,
runway
that's what we
26 right
talked
climb
about
and
today.
maintain 15,000 feet.
Okay.
Departure frequency
It
is
was good.
120.4
I know some
squawk
people-
7136.
There's some people that will fast for the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just for a day
Flare
or whatever, but
1877 heavy cleared to Vancouver
yeah, that's
Airport is
perfect.
filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and
Like they'll
maintain
fast for the whole
15,000
time
feet.
that Jesus fasted.
Departure on
You know what I'm
125
saying?
Yeah, oh my
475
gosh.
squawk 7136. Flare 1877 heavy
That I
reset
couldn't
correct.
do because you gotta have
Contact
water.
ground on 121.1. Good day.
Alright, so we're taking off from one right. Going to be climbing to 34,000.
Flow completed.
We're going to set our
Pre-flight
flaps.
checklist. Oxygen. Tested. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal and auto. Window heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments. Sit. Parking brake. On. Fuel control switches. Cut off. Pre-flight checklist completed.
Okay. Hang on. First off, you're quit. I'm trying to finish my flight plan thing on here on first officer, and when they're done doing the checklist, they'll take it back to the main menu. So
Oh no.
I'm halfway through it, and this guy is freaking. He's taking me back. Okay, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so 34,000, yes. Flaps 10. ILS, yes. Okay, that's on. 18,000 for transition. 28 left for incoming. Full flaps on approach. And always do max brakes on landing. 18,000 for transition. Sanfransysco. Okay, there we go. The reason they do that, you guys, is some countries have different transition altitudes. Like, I think the UK, or where was it? The UK or somewhere, their transition's like 12,000 or something.
Yeah, it's the UK. Their transition's like 7,000 feet.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I flew over there, it caught me off guard because it was like, climb and maintain flight level 800, and I was like, what? That's low.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? good. That's good. 50-10 on the flaps. Well, you know what? We'll just take out the flaps 5. It's not letting
Yeah.
me change it here on the takeoff reference page.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave it at flaps 5 because it's not letting me.
This sucks.
Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. Sometimes you have these little errors, you know. What can I say?
Of course. Yep.
Close that door. And then we'll let him continue on. But
Initiating before start flow.
yeah, what I was saying was, there's some people when they fast. How many days did Jesus fast?
40.
Yeah, so there's some people that will go, like, the one church my mom went to, they would do it for a week. And I don't think that you need to do it for the exact time that he did it. I think it's a matter of
No.
doing it to represent that, you know, we honor what he does, right?
Yeah.
So,
Now this is going to be a 21-day fast.
that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so we're not going to be having potluck Sunday, unfortunately, which I'm not
What do you,
happy about.
so
But
for 21 days, everybody at your church only eats once a day?
no, I don't think. I think they're just not going to eat certain foods. Like they're not going to be able to eat meat and dairy and bread with yeast and stuff like that. They'll still eat, but it'll be
Flow
like
completed.
vegetables and things like that.
Before start checklist.
Right.
Flight deck door. Closed and locked. Fuel 6920 kilograms.
Oh, man.
34000. Sit. Takeoff speeds. B1 152. BR 152. B2 157. Checked. CDU pre-flight. Completed. Rudder and aileron trim.
Sir, takeoff.
Free and zero. Anti-collision lights. On. Before start checklist completed.
Hit before takeoff checklist. Now he's going to do
Oh, I didn't know you were right at the runway already.
oh yeah, well, getting ready to be. I got to do the pushback here, but
Oh.
yeah. Which is so easy to do now. You just do right soft 5, refresh, make sure
Yeah.
it's in, and then you do less soft 5.
Cockpit to ground.
Then it
Right.
says,
Go ahead.
cockpit to ground. Then they say, okay, go ahead.
We've been cleared for pushback.
Yeah,
and start
requesting
straight
Then
back.
they
pushback.
tell you when to release the brake.
Yeah.
Roger that. Ready for push straight back. Release the brakes, please.
And
Brakes
brake
released.
is off. I'm going to go down here and start engines.
Brakes released. Here we go.
Start engines.
Starting engines. Starting engine 2.
It's interesting, though, how, some people do that differently, though, with fasting. But
Oh, I know.
I think it's just all about doing it in honor of Jesus, because that's what he
Right.
did,
Right.
So,
There is no way I would go 40 days without food.
those of you that might be watching here on TikTok or at on YouTube or my Facebook,
Las Vegas
I'd really
clearance delivery
appreciate it
Polaris
for those on
1743
TikTok
Heavy
if
ready
they'll
to
tap
copy
the
IFR
screen for
clearance
me,
at Guadalajara.
show a little love, share it with your
Polaris
friends, invite
1743
them over
Heavy
to
is cleared
join
to
us.
Guadalajara Airport as filed.
And of course, those on
Takeoff
Facebook,
runway
I
26
can
right, climb
shout
and
out all my
maintain
friends out
13,000
there.
feet.
Hope you guys are doing
Departure
good.
Engine 2 started.
125.025, squawk
The
2771.
lounge
Engine 2 cut out.
here on YouTube. So we appreciate you guys. We are doing a flight from Las Vegas
Polaris
over to
1743 Heavy cleared to
Brandon's
Guadalajara
favorite
Airport.
airport,
Starting engine
San
1.
Francisco.
Takeoff runway 26 right, climb and maintain
Well,
13,000 feet.
And your favorite runway,
Departure on
28 left.
125.475, squawk 2771.
Well, there's another one that
Polaris 1743
this
Heavy
one did,
readback
but
is
it's
correct.
not that one that
Contact ground on
I would
124.4 when ready to taxi. Good
This
day.
one I think will be okay. As long as you got a good transition, that's the key.
Yeah.
Is how good
Exactly.
is the transition on coming in, for that final
Las Vegas
descent.
clearance delivery United
Yep.
1744 Heavy ready to copy IFR clearance to Los Angeles. United 1744 Heavy is cleared to Los Angeles Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right, climb and maintain 9,000
I
feet.
don't know, there's still people
Departure
out there
frequency is
using
120.45, squawk 3124.
Engine 1 started.
I would still use it.
Engine 1 cut out.
There's a lot of other planes you can fly, but the only thing I don't like is
United
we would
1744
have
Heavy
to
cleared
use
to Los
Apple
Angeles
Sky
Airport
and
as
all
filed.
that.
That's the thing. I just don't like having to open all those add-ons just to use it.
119.775, squawk
All
3124.
engines stable.
I think I would probably
United
still fly with
1744 Heavy
PPV if
readback
I
is
made
correct.
a good app that
Contact
would
ground
make
on
up for weather,
121.9 when ready to
which
taxi.
obviously
Yeah.
that's easy to
Good
do.
day.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget to load my first FS Airlines
Las
before I
Vegas
take
clearance
off. I
delivery
gotta load
American
it.
Yeah, you don't wanna
Heavy
make
ready
that
to copy
mistake.
IFR clearance to Los Angeles. American
No, I gotta do it
739
after
Heavy
I
is
jump
cleared
to
to
the
Los
runway.
Angeles Airport as filed.
That's ironic because I did that 3 different times. You saw me do it, and then you turned around and did the same
Departure
thing.
frequency is
Didn't they do it like
119.775,
3
squawk
times in a
4233.
Yes. I got a good laugh out of that though. It was actually it was funny
Before taxi.
because I had just said don't forget to start your FS Airlines, and you were like, oh, guess what I forgot to do, and you had gotten all the way to the
Right,
airport.
climb and maintain 9,000 feet.
Yeah.
Departure on 125.025, squawk 42 tree.
Won't be long now until we take off, folks. We're getting close to our taxi checklist here. I really wish we could just do a full taxi.
I honestly do too. I don't know why he thought that was so convoluted and complicated to put in.
I've been told that you can actually use AI to taxi. But
I've heard that too.
we could test the theory here in a minute and see if it attacks the Virgin runway.
I would be interested to see if it would actually do it.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if it would. I mean, worst case, I just got to stop it and jump to the runway. So
Yeah.
I'll wait till after we do after he does the checklist.
Yeah.
Not sure who's. First officer closed on this folks.
Oh no.
That ain't good. It's just real.
Oh no.
It should pick up. It should pick up where we left off right here at taxi.
Not good that it just closed randomly.
Starting pre-flight flow. Ready for the turnaround flow, Captain?
Las Vegas
No.
Airport information, Mike 05.
Engine 1 started.
Zulu.
Engine 2 starting.
29er at 10.
Engine 1 cut out.
Boy, it's actually
Engine two
droopy
cut out.
today.
Sky condition.
All
Clear.
engines stable.
Temperature 1 tree. Dew
Should be
point
doing
10. Altimeter tree 0.16. ILS Yankee runway 26 left and ILS Yankee runway 26 right in use.
Oh, IFR.
Landing and departing
then
runway
he should
26
be getting
left
ready
and
to do
runway
the
26
okay.
right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft
I
read
don't know
back
why
home
it
short
closed. That
instructions.
was weird.
Advise controller on
Yeah,
initial
that was
contact.
weird.
You have Mike. Las Vegas Airport information, November
Looks like down here
0400 Zulu.
taxi checklist.
Wind tree
We'll see.
29er at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear.
8 seconds.
Temperature 12. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.15.
Okay, loading the FMC.
Speaking of planes, there goes a jet not too far from me.
The computer is programmed except for the SIDS and stars. Heading out for my checks.
No, you idiot.
Oh no.
We're gonna do this because I'm trying to mess up the whole thing. What I'm gonna do is, so you go to your CDU, do Alt M, and then State, though.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking for. Yeah, runway. So we'll do left off 5. Okay, we did that. And then okay, so now what I'm going to do, because I'm going to load first officer. This usually doesn't happen, guys. It's just one of them silly things it's doing, I guess. And then we hit connect, and he should see us set for, being set to the runway thing. So we'll see what it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he says here.
Starting pre-flight flow. Ready for the turnaround flow, Captain?
Oh, there goes another plane.
Engine 1 started. Engine 2 started. Engine 1 cut out. Engine 2 cut out.
Visibility 10.
All engines stable.
Sky condition clear. Temperature 12. Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.15. ILS Yankee runway 26 left and ILS Yankee runway 26 right in use.
I don't know why I did this, but
Las Vegas clearance delivery Southwest 4582 Heavy IFR to Colorado Springs ready to copy. Southwest 4582 Heavy is cleared to Colorado Springs Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.45 squawk 5306. Southwest 4582 Heavy cleared to Colorado Springs Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 1.
The computer's program, except for the SIDS and stars.
Southwest 4582
Heading out for my checks.
correct. Contact ground on 124.4 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Before taxi checklist. Generators. On.
Las
Approach.
Vegas clearance delivery
Auto.
November 885
Isolation valve.
Hotel ready to copy
Auto.
IFR clearance to Las Vegas.
Engine start switches.
I got us on track now, I think.
Tower November 885 Mike Hotel is cleared to Las Vegas Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.
Engine start switches.
7065.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Las
Auto
Vegas
brakes.
clearance delivery Delta
Rejected
220
takeoff.
Heavy ready to copy
Flight control
IFR
test.
clearance to Los Angeles.
Okay, flight controls.
Delta 2202
Full left.
Heavy is cleared to Los Angeles
Neutral.
Airport as filed.
Full right.
Takeoff runway 26
Neutral.
right climb and maintain
Full back.
3,000 feet. Departure frequency is
Full forward.
120.45
Checked.
squawk 10.
Brake test.
Checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Real quick.
From the flight deck, we wanted to welcome you on board and thank you for flying with us this evening. We're not anticipating any delays and should have you airborne soon. Again, welcome aboard.
I'm gonna do the before taxi flow again, just to make sure, Brandon.
Correct.
Yeah.
Contact ground on 124.4.
Before taxi
Good
flow.
day.
Something just messed it all up. Not.
Delta 2202 Heavy cleared to Los Angeles Airport as filed.
There we go.
Takeoff runway
Now
26
he's
right
set
climb
it to
and
where it
maintain
needs to
9,000
be.
feet. Departure on 125.475 squawk
Yeah,
1071.
yeah, that was just weird.
Delta
There we go.
2202 Heavy readback is correct.
Yeah, I don't know what
Contact ground on
happened. That was really,
121.9er when ready to taxi.
that was weird.
Good day.
I'm curious to see though if AI will taxi.
Clear on the right.
runway.
Clear on the
I
left.
hope it does.
Flow completed.
Okay, that flow's completed. So now he should good. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do
Before taxi checklist.
this to
Generators. On. Progi. Auto. Isolation valve.
Isolation.
Auto. Engine start switches. Continuous. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes.
Rejected takeoff.
Flight control test.
Control test.
Takeoff runway
Go
26
to the
right climb
left.
and maintain
Full left.
11,000 feet.
Go to
Neutral.
Departure frequency
Full right.
20.45.
Neutral.
4747.
Full back.
Man, you'll be able to
Las
experience it
Vegas
so
Full
much
forward.
better.
United
Checked.
Oh, I know.
Brake test.
The IFR clearance
Checked.
to San Francisco.
Before taxi checklist completed.
We could get
United
this set up.
2416 Heavy is cleared to San Francisco.
Oh, I
Airport
don't
as
see how
filed.
we could.
So
Takeoff
now
runway
everything
26 right
is where
climb
it
and
should
maintain
be.
13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.45 squawk 5652. Darwin November 138 Papa Hotel cleared to Las Vegas Airport is filed.
All right.
Takeoff runway
So,
26
just
right
for
climb
the
and
heck
maintain
of it, should we
11,000
see
feet.
if it'll do it?
Departure on
Yeah, why not?
475 squawk 4747.
Las Vegas ground Freedom Global Niner, Delta Whiskey ready to taxi departure to the
Yep.
west with November.
This is ready to taxi. Let's see if
Freedom
it
Global
does.
Nice.
Delta Whiskey Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 26 right using taxiway Romeo Charlie Bravo. Contact tower on 118.75 when ready.
Yep.
Taxi 2 and
Park
hold
and brake.
short
Oh,
runway
nice.
26 right
This is
using
cool,
taxiway
dude.
Romeo Charlie Bravo Freedom Global Niner,
This is
Delta
good
Whiskey.
stuff.
Awesome.
And then all you gotta do when you get to the runway, just turn off AO.
Yep.
Yep, we're moving.
Delta 220.
Oh,
Heavy hold
wow.
and caution other traffic.
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff.
I bet you'll be able to
Hold
taxi to the
position
gate at
Delta
the arrival
2202
airport
heavy.
too.
Yeah, it'll go to the gate.
Delta 2202 Heavy, continue taxi.
Once you get landed, I'm pretty sure it will. It's even going only 4 knots because we got traffic in front of us.
Roger Delta
Nice.
2202 Heavy.
This is cool. I like it. And me and Brandon are the same when it
Las
comes to
Vegas
this.
ground Delta 880.
We would rather
Heavy
be
request
as
taxi to the
much
gate.
realistic with it as we can.
Delta 8802 Heavy taxi to gate 50.
Yeah, I knew there was a
Taxiway
way
Charlie
we
for
could
Charlie,
taxi.
Charlie 2.
There had to be.
Well, yeah, you can use AI to do it. It's just sometimes it might not be perfect, but if you're not on
Right.
that sim, why not?
Exactly.
Taxiing to gate 50 via taxiway Charlie for Charlie.
I
Charlie
still wish he
to
would have
Delta
found a way for us to
8802
taxi
Heavy.
even to get on BatSim. But
I don't know what he was doing exactly. Like he wasn't moving.
uh-oh.
Alright, so we'll go ahead. We're going to pause first officer for a minute. That way I can jump to the runway. Well, the motor was revved up, but I don't, it's probably actually TFM just not reading it. But it was
Probably.
we wasn't even moving, but
The incompetence of a certain programmer really never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah. Right, one right is what we're jumping to, so
Oh, and don't forget to start your FS Airlines.
You said what?
Don't forget to start FS Airlines.
Oh yeah, I will.
Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
Alright, so we're on the runway here. Oh, come on.
Before takeoff, flow.
I've had to hit the button.
Flow completed.
Oh, I gotta set it back to smart. Right now it's just to active. It needs to be on auto, so let me.
I'm gonna have to jump out of here and go take me some Benadryl. I got me a headache. Yep.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps. Sit. Stabilization trim. Sit. Transponder. Sit. Cabin crew. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff.
There we go.
Notified.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Now we're on track here, Brandon.
Alright. I just telling them I'm gonna have to jump out of here and go take a Benadryl because I got a bit of a headache coming on.
Alright, hold on 1 second.
Alright.
Parking brake is off. Oh. Almost forgot.
Yeah. You almost did it again.
Fly. Why is it? This stupid thing with, remember FS Airlines, how it would,
Oh God, yes.
say, oh, by the way, simulator not running, but yet it is.
Yes.
I hate when it does that.
I hated that client because it was so annoying like that. It would always do that.
There we go. Now we're on track. There we go. 1 second, Brandon. Alright. Parking brake is off. And we are ready
25 knots.
Hang in there 1 minute.
39 knots.
Speed alive.
All right.
Checked.
I'm gonna get into a
55
topic real
knots.
quick that I know you're gonna enjoy talking about,
70
so
knots.
it won't take
80
long.
knots. Checked.
84
All right,
knots.
10,
97 knots. 110 knots. 122 knots. 134 knots. 144 knots.
B1.
154 knots. Airborne.
Positive rate.
164
Gear up.
knots.
Gear up. 400 feet.
Lateral navigation. Vertical navigation.
LNAV on. VNAV on.
Autopilot.
Command A on.
I forgot to enable attitude mode. I'm like, it's not climbing, but it was. We're good.
Mhm.
Alright, so I'm gonna just turn down the sim a little bit.
Acceleration altitude.
Okay. Alright, we got it on 10. That's good enough. Okay.
Flaps 1.
Bring our flaps in.
Flaps 1.
So, just for an update, and I'll have to remind you again, I'm sure, Brandon.
Yeah.
When you're flying, if you're on your first officer next and
Flaps up.
and it just says that it's on auto,
Mhm.
you just go into
Flaps
the
up.
settings and keep shift tabbing up, and then you get on the combo box, you just set it to smart. And once you
Okay.
do that, it'll pick up where it should. Now, I don't know why it restarted today. It could be maybe there's an update that I didn't do. Because it's got that stupid bug that makes it, for some reason, say that it needs updated every time you open it. So,
Mhm.
we turn that off because it's a bug. But either way, gears up, flaps are up. He should be doing
Flow completed.
okay, yeah, he did the
After takeoff
flow.
checklist.
Now
Engine
we're
start
gonna take
switches.
off
Nice.
checklist, and then
Off.
we'll get started.
Packs.
On.
Auto brakes.
Off.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Flaps.
Up.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Okay, so interesting thing that I was reading on Facebook. Someone trying to say that Elon Musk was not the original owner of Mercedes.
Wow.
That he basically bought the name.
Well, Mercedes was a German German car company.
Right. Well, this person is basically saying the cars that the Mercedes technically, that Elon Musk is not the one that designed them, and I'm pretty sure he is. So, what's the real answer, though? Let's find out. Did Elon Musk design the Mercedes? Do you know? I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
No. Actually, Mercedes was designed back in the 30s by Hitler.
Okay.
So was the Volkswagen.
So this says here, Elon Musk did not design Mercedes, but he is
Yeah.
the CEO of Tesla, an electric car company that has collaborated with Mercedes-Benz.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think maybe people get that confused. I thought he did design Mercedes. I didn't know any different. Or is it Tesla that I'm thinking of? Tesla.
Yeah.
And then I want to prove one other point here. Someone was saying,
Lights off.
oh, wow. So, we're talking about electric cars here, Brandon.
Yeah.
And in November 15th of 2024, it says, with elect Donald Trump vowing to pull the plug on $7,500 tax credit for buyers of electric vehicles.
Wow.
So he is. Donald Trump's transition team is recommending sweeping changes to cut support for electric vehicles.
That's ridiculous. Why would you want to not let people?
Donald Trump says they are suitable for a small slice of the population.
Honestly. Why are they wanting to cut off funding for electric vehicles?
They're going to wipe away the tax credit that Biden created.
No, but of course. It's all because it wasn't him doing it. Of course it is.
And then, I mean, there's a lot of people talking here, though, how electric cars, I mean, obviously it would hurt the industry of other vehicles, but I don't think that means necessarily wipe them off the grid. I think
Transition
You
altitude.
know what? We just need to. You know
Checked.
what? My opinion is we just need to get away from fossil fuels. We need to just seriously invest in other renewable energy sources. I mean, that's just my whole opinion of it.
I believe that the hybrid cars are I believe those are a good design because they
Yeah.
don't use as much fuel. They use some, but not
But not as much.
And I mean, there's cars that are fully electric now that do up to 90, 100 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But just like anything else, you know, there are risk factors with electric cars. I don't know how. I don't know that I can't say that 100% I'd be okay being in one of them in a thunderstorm, but because you know there's batteries. I mean, the one video that I watched was showing how underneath, like the frame is basically, and we're talking about full electric vehicles, not these hybrids. The ones that are full electric, the underneath you, well, the whole bottom of the car is like a battery. So,
Wow.
But again, that could just be, one of them theories and nothing be dangerous about it. But
Here's my thing, though. Here's the thing. Electric cars have been in existence since the early 1900s. They used to be very prevalent in the early 1900s with street cars because they had overhead wires and stuff to power them. And then we just get away from that sort of model and go to fossil fuels.
What do you mean overhead wires? I'm not following what you're talking about.
Street cars used to have overhead wires that used to power them. Like they would be hanging on the wires would be on poles.
Connected to the car?
Not connected to the car. They were connected to poles, and the cars would somehow get power from the wires overhead through the tracks.
Oh.
But my point is, they were very prevalent back then, and then we just shifted away to fossil fuels and just said, no, we don't want to use electricity.
Well, the reason they did that, though, was because of the cost of them.
Right.
Look at all the stuff that they had to maintain on the streets to keep them cars going. That's where the problem was with it. It was they needed to have a better budget.
I think they could have done a little more research and made it refined and make that part better instead of just, let's just scrap it and go to fossil fuels.
Otherwise, there's cars that we could build right now that run off of stuff that is clean. Like, I got a guy I went to school with. His Porsche, I think it's a Porsche he has that runs off cooking oil.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Straight cooking oil.
So you can just go to the store and buy a bottle of cooking oil and put it in there.
You literally can just go buy a big jug of it, and that's your fuel. And that car is not even a new car. It's like an older car. But I don't think the industry took off that good for them, and I don't know why not,
because of the big oil companies that don't like the fact that if you're wanting to burn cleaner fuel, they don't like it because it's cutting into their profit margins.
You don't need their oil to run your car off cooking oil.
No, and that's why they don't like it.
Right. Well,
because you can just go down to the grocery store, buy a huge jug of whatever cooking oil you want, and put it in your car.
Donald Duck got angry with Mickey Mouse because she messed around with Goofy, but it happened.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I need to see, guys. I've not even been looking at what is going on here. We are 30 minutes till descent, and we're at 25,000. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, Brandon, I needed you to be on here because these were questions that was asked about. Well, I can answer these too, but I think you would want your opinion on this. I made some notes here. Okay, so somebody was talking about education with people with disabilities, and one of the things that I can tell you is like ISB. I think that they are a good blind school, but the problem that a lot of people are talking about is it went from being a blind school to them bringing in much more severe handicapped students.
I think you're seeing that in a lot of these schools. And
the thing is, parents, I get it that it's their kid and they need to deal with that, but these are the places where these kids need to be. because they need special attention. They need special care. You're not going to get that special care at the public school. And you can't put 20 kids that have with severe disabilities in a public school and expect it to be a positive outcome, because there's just not enough of them people in the public schools.
But on the flip side, you can't put blind kids in a school like TSB and expect them to have a good social life when they come out, because I mean, let's just face it, I have talked to a bunch of them, and I've seen some that they don't know how to use simple technology.
Some. I know a lot of people that went to blind schools that don't have that problem. They are living a normal life like me and you. So I think it's that whole, it's a whole Heinz 2020 thing here, because it falls back on more than just, look, when you're younger, you still go home. You still have a home life, but if you don't have anything going on at home, if your parents aren't having you ever out, getting out, what I'm saying is not just the school's responsibility. Now, I agree with what you're saying.
I agree.
There are a lot of people that don't have no social life whatsoever because they don't know how.
But again, I think part of it also goes back to the parents. Do your job as parents.
Yeah, I believe so too. I mean, nobody wants to have a kid that's got all these disabilities. Nobody. But if it happens, you still love them, you still take care of them,
and you still should advocate for them.
Yeah, you got to advocate for them, but we also got to remember that these parents are also, okay, they had a kid with some serious disabilities. They don't know what they're doing in the beginning. They need support. They need to be educated on how to do different things. They need to be encouraged to do more with their kids as much as they can. But my point is, you can't send them kind of kids to a public school. I don't care if it's the best public school in the United States. You can't send 20 or 30 students with them serious disabilities to a public school. I mean, you're talking about kids that some can't even talk, some can't walk on their own, some can't even get around on their own. You can't throw them kind of kids in a public school and expect them to have a good outcome. But where I was going with that was, ISB was a good blind school, and then they threw all these kids in there that have much more severe disabilities, and kids don't like it. They feel uncomfortable. Because, it's like, how do we act around people like this? What do we do? Some of them were, some of them kids could be very severely disabled.
From the flight deck, we've reached our cruising altitude. We hope you enjoyed today's flight. We'll certainly do our best up here to make it as enjoyable as possible. When the seatbelt sign is off, you're free to get up and move about the cabin. However, when seated, please keep your seatbelt fastened, as turbulence can occur at any time. Thanks again and welcome aboard.
About these kids that go to these, when they send these kind of kids, do these kids even need to be in school if they can't even?
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You're free to move about the cabin, but when seated, please keep your seatbelts fastened as turbulence is unpredictable.
Yeah.
You got a 10-year-old kid.
Right,
that,
I agree.
They can't, and I'm not making fun. I'm saying if this kid can't read and will never be able to read and will never be able to function the normal way, why are you sending them to a school when teaching's not even part of their daily routine? It's just taken care of.
I mean, what on the flip side, as a parent, if you had that problem with a child, what would you do with them?
You
I
would
mean,
you would love your kid and keep. I mean, you wouldn't just send it off to school all week, would you?
no. I'm not saying send them off to a school. Like, if you're a working parent and you had a kid
Then you
like that
gotta
and
have
you
a
had
kid
to go to
in
work,
daycare. Yes, but I'm
yeah,
talking about when they sent all these kids to ISB. They're there all week. The parents don't even got to deal with them, but Saturday and Sunday. So I feel like it's a cope out
yeah.
for the
Again,
parents.
I it is, and it's so aggravating when they do that.
I agree that blind kids can go to a public school, but I think that um, the funding just never works out that way. They're not going to put all that education into the public school. I mean, look, they're completely rebuilt and remodeled, or they are remodeling ISB. I mean, completely. It's like a $1.5 billion remodel. I mean, you're talking everything. The dorms, the way the dorms
Well, they
are.
remodeled TSB too,
Well, yeah, but when?
but
I mean,
um, I think a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago.
yeah. I don't think that you're going to see as many of these schools stay active, but I think that the ones that are doing good need to stay because some public schools, it's not a good place for some of these children. It just depends on it depends on where it is, I think is my big thing. Like,
I just think, I mean, just my opinion here in the state of Texas, I think kids that are just blind, you should not be allowed as a school district to ship them off to TSB and say, oh, well, you need to go there because we really can't do anything to help get you through and educate you. That's a cop out, in my opinion. No, you just don't want to do the work. That's what it is.
yeah.
That's what they tried to do to me. And they had all the funding and resources.
So altitude is. I'm just picking altitude real quick. Okay.
Okay. But no, that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not trying to
No,
say
I mean,
one
I
way or the
understand
other,
what
you
you're
know.
saying, but
I think parents of blind students here in Texas just have a way too easy cop out of, oh, let's send our child to the Texas School for the Blind and not really make the school district do what they're supposed to.
what comes down to budget too. You got to remember
Okay,
that.
I get that.
I mean, you got.
But my thing is,
You got to understand though. You were in a public school the whole time, so obviously you're not going to be.
yes, I was.
That's what I'm saying. So you're not going to be supportive to a blind school because you've never had to be in one. But
Oh, I've been in TSB during the summer. I'm not saying I haven't.
no, I mean like your whole school education. What I'm saying though is it it depends on budget and it also depends on the school having. I support going to public school, but if the school don't have the technology to teach you, you imagine how many kids go to TSB. You imagine 20 blind students at your school. That's a lot of that's a big change in the budget. And if the budget can be,
Oh, I think they could have the budget here in Texas if they didn't waste all their money on football and sports.
you're probably right.
I
just
know
don't
I'm
think
right.
we're
That
at-
Do you realize
We're not going to see
half
these
of the
schools
schools here in
disappear, though,
Texas?
for a long time. We just
No,
don't see it.
but here's the problem, and I have had a big issue with this here in this state, and even when I was in high school, it was always about let's spend all of our budget or half of it on sports and football, and it's a travesty
Yeah.
because I don't think people that are gifted and smart ever get a chance to do anything or excel because of it's all about let's waste all of our money on sports and football and sports related stuff like that.
Yeah, but, unfortunately, that's everywhere. That's a lot of states. I mean, it's all over the United States. Sports is the big thing. That's never going to
I
happen.
get it, but I think it should bother people more that more of the money in schools across the country are wasted on sports.
Yeah, but like I said, again, sports is so popular, though, nobody's ever going to be for taking the money away from sports. Like,
Yeah, that's why we have a crappy education system. So,
I mean, it's that.
we focus on sports and then teach to a damn test.
But the thing
I'm
is,
sorry,
that's
that's
not
how I
just,
feel about it.
That's just not Texas, though, and that's
No,
what
I
we
know
need to
it's
understand.
everywhere. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah.
It bothers me that the country, because we focus so much on sports and we teach to a test and not teach how to survive in the real world once you graduate, we have a crap education system. And then people complain, oh, we have a bad education system. Well, gee, I wonder why. Do you think we just teach way too much for a stupid test?
What do you mean, though? Spin what on a test?
Okay, so I don't know how it works in Indiana, but we had, even when I was in school, we had what was called the TOS test, or the Texas Assessment Academic. Can't remember what it stood for. But the point is, you would take that every year. Teachers would teach specifically for nothing but that test to basically make the school district look good and the state look good and the education department. Because if you didn't, then you wouldn't get federal funding. So that's what I meant by that. And that's what bothers me, is the fact that we've gone to that sort of a system.
I got you.
And my niece and nephew are going to be in that system here in the state. And it bothers me that they're not going to grow up and be able to be educated on how to function in the real world and actually get meaningful education, because it's all about a stupid test.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know why it doesn't bother more people. Why don't more people say anything and speak out against this system? It's a flawed system.
I'm looking at the approach thing here, and it's not even showing the ILS.
Wow.
CDU message cleared.
I mean, like the ILS information. Like,
CDU message displayed. Descent forecasts uplink.
it just says.
Oh, goodness.
/speed. And then when I think that is.
CDU message
Sorry,
cleared.
folks. That just rubs me the wrong way about education. It really does. Especially because I've got teachers in my family that complain about it. I hear it from them.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it should outrage more parents. People should call that flawed system into question. It's a ridiculous system.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm gonna jump out of here and go take me some Benadryl for a headache.
That is so weird why it's not showing me the ILS frequency information. That is so weird. But no, I agree. I think it all comes back to, just real quick, Brandon, it all comes back to budget. And until we budget the right way, and that goes for any state, especially Texas.
Yeah.
Um,
Stop wasting your budgets on sports. That's what I say.
yeah, well, if Texas had a better governor, well,
I'm not even gonna get started on that,
don't
idiot.
get me started on that jackwagon, because me and David, we both have
He is so.
a slew of things.
I'm just tired of Greg Abbott.
But
Yeah,
we'll get to
he
feeling
came on today
better.
talking about how we're prepared.
Oh, hold on. Someone said.
Yeah, I will. It's
Brandon-
just it's
They said, no, hold on, Brandon, don't leave. They said, how many years did you do in public school? That's
all 12. All 12.
yeah, so he went to public school for 12 years.
I had special ed classes in school, but all 12 years I went to public
Someone
school.
said if you had 3 kids and they all were visually impaired and you had to cover the funding to send them to public school compared to sending them to a blind school where they could assist you, would you be okay with that?
If I had the funding, yes, and I would advocate for the
No.
public schools to do their jobs.
No, if you did, they're saying if you had 3 kids, would you be okay with trying to provide the equipment, etc., for your 3 kids at public school if you had to pay for yourself, or would you rather send them to a school that doesn't? I think it depends.
Well, I mean, I'd send them to a school that does it, but on the flip side, is it worth sending them to a school that the education curriculum is 2 years behind the public school education?
Is it still that way?
Yes.
That's bad.
TSB is horribly behind by 2 or more years.
Yeah, that's bad.
It is bad.
They were just curious, they said.
No, I understand. Thanks for the question. That's a good question.
I mean, I get what people are saying, like, someone from
I just don't want to see blind kids fail.
someone from our other platform said, I know someone that has 4 kids. All 4 kids have severe disabilities that cost thousands of dollars to ongo with their upkeep and to be taken care of.
Yep.
These special schools without them would make it very difficult for the parents to be able to even manage their children or learn how to even do the different things that are necessary because of different disabilities that they have. I agree sending
They're
some,
absolutely right.
I agree sending some kids to schools like that, but I still think that if the only problem that you have is being visually impaired, why can the public school not allow you to go there? Yeah.
Well, and that's the problem I have. The problem I have is when you get a visually impaired student into a public school and that's all they have, the first thing the district wants to do, send them to a blind school. We don't want to provide. We don't want to do our job. Now, I'm sorry, you are going to do your job as a district because that person has as much right to be educated equally as any person without a disability.
Yeah.
Just like me, they tried to send me to TSB my junior year of high school because they claimed that I wasn't able to do a class about computers. What time is it? Because they claimed that I wasn't going to pass it. And I not only passed it, but I had an A in it. It was my VI teacher that tried to do that. And I wasn't going to spend half my day commuting back and forth between that school and TSB and then back.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. So we made them do their job, rightfully so. And I think it should be that way with parents. If you're going to have a child that is nothing but blind, then you need to advocate and tell these public schools, you are not sending my child to a specialty school because you don't want to do your jobs. You just want an easy cop out.
Yeah. So this slope for 28 left is, instead of being 3, it is 2.85.
Mm-hmm. Wow. But yeah, no, I'll get better. I just this Benadryl should help me. I'll be back tomorrow if we're doing a stream tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I stream every day.
We're not actually doing a Bible study tomorrow night due to the weather, so.
Okay. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow, bub.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Alright, we'll see you, man.
Alright, good luck on your landing.
Yeah, I'll need it.
Alright.
See ya. My bad. 6 minutes till descent. Just taking a look here, ladies and gentlemen. We got 4 minutes till descent. 31 miles to go. 31 miles to go. We got 31 miles to go. Oh me, oh my. The taxi lights were still on. The landing lights were still on. What are you guys doing? I mean, seriously, can you not fly this airplane or what? No, I'm just kidding. No. Oh, goodness. I never realized how many letters I had wrote to my ex that I was with recently. I'm not going to read them. Like, they're not bad, but I'm not going to read them. But I've got like 13 different letters that I wrote. None of those ever got sent because, and they weren't even, they weren't bad letters, but no reason to send them. So I just wrote these letters more than once when I was, I don't know, in my own world, you know. Anyway. 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Approaching top of descent.
Approaching top of descent.
Flow completed. Descent checklist. Pressurization. Sit. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes.
Back up. Hold on, guys. Let me open up the chat. Just in case you guys want
Auto brakes.
to say hi or something. Yes, I did.
Auto brakes.
Alright. Chat's open back up, you guys. I didn't realize that it had closed. So if you want to say hi,
Auto brakes.
you can do that. Be sure to tap on the screen if you don't care. Show a little love. Come on, show me some love.
Auto brakes.
But no, tap on the screen, share it with your friends, invite them over to the lounge, people. Get them over here.
In preparation for landing, the captain has turned on the seatbelt
Auto
sign.
brakes.
Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
CDU message displayed. Steepta after diammed.
Auto brakes. Sit. Landing data. 142. Minimums. 200. Approach briefing. We're expecting the ILS approach for runway 28 left. The minimum altitude is 200 feet. The reported runway conditions are normal. We'll use manual braking. We can expect to park at gate Delta 15. In case of go around, we'll climb per ATC instructions on the runway heading. Any questions? No. Completed. Descent checklist completed.
CDU message cleared.
Knots.
Flow completed. From the flight deck, we've started our descent. Expect to arrive to the gate in 20 to 25 minutes. It's been a pleasure having you on board with us today. We look forward to seeing you again on a future flight.
Why'd you gotta repeat yourself? Climb.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Set.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
Set.
Landing data. 142. Minimums. 200.
Approach briefing. We're expecting the ILS approach for runway 28 left. The minimum altitude is 200 feet. The reported runway conditions are normal. We'll use manual braking. We can expect to park at gate Delta 15. In case of go around, we'll climb per ATC instructions on the runway heading. Any questions?
No.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
$247 knots indicated. Okay, we are looking good. Hopefully we have a good landing. I know it said something about a steep descent. Let me see where it's at.
CDU message displayed. CDU message cleared.
Okay.
CDU message displayed. Alt constraint LON. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Unable 280 kts at LON.
Just cruising along. 269 knots. 269 knots. I do thank you guys. For those of you who might be watching, some of you might not find me very interesting or entertaining. I'm doing my best. I was really trying to think of more stuff I could do that, you know, people would enjoy. Like, what do people want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do to really make this channel pop? You know? I don't know. I'm not a good singer. Don't ask me to sing. Even when I was acting goofy out one night, you heard how I sing and it's not that good. I mean, I'll sing you a song. You want a song, I'll sing you a song, baby, but, it ain't gonna be no, Grand Ole Opry shit, stuff, Alright, y'all want a song, I'll sing you a song. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. Oh, my bad. See, I cannot sing. Don't ask me to sing. Nobody move. Nobody get hurt. Put down. Alright. Anyways. The excuse the roads were icy and he has a ride with his truck always off the road, I don't know, guys.
Transition altitude.
Checked.
At this time, we need all passengers in their seats with seatbelts fastened and seats in the full upright position. We'll be coming through the cabin shortly to collect all remaining trash.
Da 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 da. We're at 16,000 feet. I'm hoping that we have a good landing, folks. We are coming into good old San Francisco, California. Patterson, California is right off to our northeast by about 8.3 miles. Sorry, 9.7.
CDU message cleared.
Dear passengers, we have reached an altitude that requires all electronics to be turned off and stowed for landing. You may continue to use your
message
handheld phones
displayed.
and tablets in airplane
Drag
mode.
required.
Thank you.
CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Drag required. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Drag required. CDU message cleared.
Watch airspeed.
CDU message displayed. Drag required. CDU message cleared. CDU message displayed. Drag required.
Traffic.
NAV1 has localizer. Localizer is alive. Runway heading 271.
Glide slope is alive. NAV1 has glide slope.
Lights on.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Alright, we'll be going to flaps here in just a minute.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5. Approach mode on.
25% right. 25% right. 24% right. 21% right. 17% right. 10% right. 5% right. 2% left. 4% left. 5% left. 6% left. 6% left. 6% left. 6% left. 6% left. 6% left. 5% left.
2,500.
5% left.
Alright.
5% left. 5% left. CDU message cleared. 5% left. 4% left. 4% left. 4% left.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
4% left. 4% left.
Command B on.
4% left. CDU message displayed. Buffet alert. 4% left. 3% left. 3% left.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
3% left.
Speed brake armed. Landing gear.
1,000.
3% left.
Gear down. Down.
CDU message
Flaps.
cleared.
Set.
CDU message displayed.
Cabin crew, prepare for
3%
landing.
left. Buffet
Notified.
alert. CDU
Flaps
message
30.
cleared. 3%
Flaps
left.
40.
Landing checklist
3%
completed.
left. 3% left.
Flaps 40.
2% left.
500.
2% left. CDU message displayed.
400.
VNAV disconnect. 2%
300.
left. 2% left.
200. 100.
2% left.
50. 40.
Options
Nope.
menu. Page 1 of 1.
2%
I got
left.
distracted and their crap
Press
messed
ESC
me
for
up.
thing. Press space to pop-up window.
2% left.
This will return
All
you
right.
to the main menu. Do you want to continue? Below are 2 buttons.
2%
Anyways,
left.
guys, I'll be back tomorrow.
2.
That flight did
Cancel.
not work out. I don't know what
2%
happened, but I'm
left.
trying to do. I can't be doing other things when I'm trying to fly because I messed
2%
up.
left.
But we'll do the flight again tomorrow.
2%
Y'all
left.
take care and hope you all have a good night. I really do. And
2% left.
I love all of you, even for the ones out there who might think I don't.
2% left.
That's on you.